Okay, where's my phone? See if it's working now. My broadcast. Doesn't seem to be coming through to here, but it does seem to be going on that. My first time streaming, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let me close this. So what I'm doing is trying to check. Oh, here we go. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, we got it. Sweet. So what's up? I wanted to learn to my buddy Mick had this idea actually. So I run a podcast called Nobodies, and my name is Joshua David, and he was like, why don't you start doing something live every day, just to get in the habit of practicing talking about different subjects, trying to find jokes, etc. And that's a few months ago, so I'm finally actually kicking it off on the first of the year, and I've committed to going live once a day for 15 minutes or so, at least through January, but I'm currently doing 75 hard, so there's a bunch of shit that I have to do every day, and it's really annoying. I don't really know what I signed up for. I mean, I did, but the whole, like, if you don't know what 75 hard is, it's fucking obnoxious, really. But you got to do 2 workouts a day, 1 inside, 1 outside, 45 minutes each. You got to drink a gallon of water. I did the workouts today. I drank a bunch of water. I'm doing this YouTube live thing and seeing, what the hell I can achieve with it, and just have some fun. But what else do you have to do? You have to take a progress picture. You got to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book, which I still got to do tonight. And it's already, man, I got to be doing this in the morning. It's already 9:12 at night, and I'm just getting going on with this. Honestly, doing live is a fucking headache trying to get everything situated. But I think I got all my ducks in a row. It seems to be rolling. So yeah, I was a little concerned that I wouldn't know what to talk about, but when I go into therapy, my therapist Michaela, she'll just be like, so how's your week? And I would just start talking, and then I'll yap for like an hour. I'm like, holy fuck, where did that even come from? But yeah, so I guess with this one, I'll just kind of introduce myself. I already told you my name. I host a podcast called Nobodies, and you can see that on the channel. And I've been doing it for about 2 years, and I get, I'll go through these phases where I'll have, I'll get a couple episodes out once a week, and then life gets in the way, and then all of a sudden it's been 2 months that I've put out an episode. So I'm really trying to get back on the wagon and getting episodes out. It's a lot of fun for me. A lot of times what we do is it's just me and a friend. Bring him on the podcast, and then we're just sitting here in my studio in my house. And a lot of times we just get fucked up, drink some beers, talk life. Currently, though, since I'm doing 75 hard, you have to do a diet and no alcohol. So that's going to be a big one for me. I definitely am what a lot of people would consider to be an alcoholic. Now, because I'm able to stop for some of these challenges, I would argue that I'm not quite there yet. But who knows? I drink like a fish. I bartend as well as do some photo video. So working in the bar and service industry, I've been doing that for the last 15 years, and it is definitely conducive for a lot of drinking, which I love. I love drinking beers with my friends. I love tequila. I love getting fucked up with a girl, or just I'll even just get fucked up by myself, working on editing or whatever. So I really do enjoy it, but I have gotten to a point where if I don't nip it in the bud, I'm drinking like every single day, way too much. I'm always tired, and then I kind of miss things. I don't want to work as hard, and so it's kind of cool trying this 75 hard, trying to do something that I know is extremely difficult, but I've done 100 days sober before. I've done 3 months of drastically reduced drinking before. I've done fitness challenges, like keto. I've done insanity. So I know that I can do these kind of challenges, but it is a lot of intention, a lot of like planning my time well, I guess. I mean, fuck. Today I feel like all I did was cook, fucking work out. Dude, so we decided, I'm going to do this on the first. And at first I wasn't going to do the inside and outside. I'll just do them both inside. I normally work out at Planet Fitness. But then I was listening to the podcast episode with Andy Frisella that was talking about just why he made the rules and whatever. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it like he does it. And it's supposed to be inconvenient. And so I'm like, all right, well, running, walking outside, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. And then I wake up this morning and it's fucking just snowing out a bunch. And I was like, God damn it, my very first day, I'm just sloshing through the snow. And so in that sense, I guess January was a rough time to do it. But maybe I'll do something again in the spring where it's a lot nicer and go for hikes and shit. But yeah, I don't know if any of you guys fucking do running outside in the snow. This is really a first for me. But it wasn't too bad. My feet were just all wet. But I got to figure out on Saturdays, I work a double at my bar. And I got to figure out a way to like get my workouts in, get my live stream in, all that before I go to work, because then I work all day and then I got to get my reading in at night, I guess. I don't know, man. That's going to be a little tricky. And I'm also trying to gain weight through the winter, and so I'm trying to gain like another 15 pounds or so, which is fucking hard, I guess, when you're drinking. So I guess this will be easier to get on the wagon and shit. But I just find myself like, I'm a very creative person. I want to do a lot of shit. Like I want to keep doing the podcasts. I want to do these live videos. I want to make some music. I want to try stand-up comedy. I want to make some music videos and lots of creative projects. And I feel like I never have enough time, which is probably always going to be true. But for some reason, I still find time to get incredibly drunk every night. I find time to jack off. So, I mean, like, if I have time for those things, I should have time to do this kind of stuff instead. But yeah, we're going to see. I've been working with my therapist, trying to figure out a way to get a little more organization in my life. I know you can't tell maybe from this angle, but this office is always a mess. My shelving's always a mess, my bedroom's always a mess. And so I always feel like I'm working in chaos, and I need to figure out a way to clean that up, organize things, and then schedule my time where I actually know what I'm doing with my day. Because I have just been floundering through my days and weeks, just kind of, doing a little bit of this, a little that, but with no real intention. And so I'm hoping that with doing this 75 hard and creating a little discipline in my life, I will figure out a way to, I don't know, get more done, do the hard thing. I want to see if it seems like it's going. I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of weird. I might end up putting a picture of, one of my friends behind there and pretend like I am talking to them. Because, sometimes I'm like, well, where am I going to go with the conversation? I'm sure I will eventually, we can talk about current events. We can talk about shit I talked on the podcast, or things that are on my mind. So, yeah, like yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So yesterday was the last day of 2024. Happy New Year, everyone, by the way. That's exciting. I really like the New Year. I mean, I like the holidays in general, but I really like the New Year because it is like it's more of like a saying goodbye to the last year and a fresh start. And I know that the date is arbitrary. You can really start on anything at any date, but it does feel like there's just this shift and you're like a new excitement. Like, you know what? I'm going to leave all the bullshit from last year behind. And mine was pretty fucking tough. I went back to the bar after trying to be just full-time photo video. And it can be a bit tricky, I guess, starting a business and figuring out what works for you. And I was definitely struggling. I went broke. I just like fucking spent all my money trying to do this thing. And so I guess it was just like a big ego death, going back to the bar and being like, fuck, I failed. But I do believe that failing you only really fail if you quit for good. But if you get back up, you learn from your mistakes, you learn from the lessons, and you get going again. It's not really a failure, but just a learning lesson. So that's kind of how I see it. I have been working quite a few different video projects I've done this year that I'm pretty proud of. Got some cool gigs. So I'm making a little money from both sides, a little bit from bartending, and then a little bit from photo video, enough to pay my bills and hopefully buy more fucking cameras and lenses, because I swear all my money goes to either drinking or the strip club or lenses and cameras. So I guess there won't be as much to the strip club now that I'm not drinking, although I like to sometimes go to the bar and have a non-alcoholic. I actually had a girl on the podcast the other day. Her name's Brittany. She works at the club as a bartender. And she was the one who kind of inspired me to do 75 Hard. She did it last year, and then she's been sober for a whole year. I don't know if I'm going to make it that far. I do like to drink, but shout out to Brittany, because I probably wouldn't have started trying this if she hadn't been talking about it. But it is cool to see like how she manages working in like a club like that atmosphere. Also doing real estate and also getting up at fucking 5:30 or whatever. Dude, I am not a morning person. I live in my garage and there's no natural light, so it's just dark, and it is so hard to get up. And I don't know, I mean, I've always been more of a night owl and working at a bar, getting home late, or just going out and drinking. So I mean, normally don't get up before 9, or yeah, I would say before 9. When I'm doing really good, I'd be getting up at like 8, and every once in a while 7:30. But the idea of people that get up at 5 a.m., that's so early. And fuck, man, I'm sure I could do it. I can do pretty much anything I put my mind to, but I also don't want to. I mean, part of me wants to get up earlier than I am, but there's just that idea of, like, nobody else is up. It's so dark out. I'm like, I should still be sleeping. Like, shouldn't you be getting up, like, when the sun rises? I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter because I can't see the sunrise because I'm in the garage. So, I've been thinking about doing that this year. I know a lot of people love New Year's resolutions. And then I guess a lot of other people think they're silly because you decide to do something and you do it for a couple weeks and then you quit. So what's the point? I think it's good to set some intentions for the year. But I guess I sometimes think New Year's resolutions never get finished. I think we always bite off more than we can chew. And, you want to do all these things. And you're like, oh, I'm going to meditate and I'm going to read and I'm going to go to the gym. And then it's like so many things. And I guess I am biting off a lot with 75 hard, but it's not for the full year. It's like, okay, it's 2.5 months. I think I can do it. I mean, I know I can do it. I do have 2 different trips that I'm going on that I got to figure out how I'm going to manage doing this stuff. Like while I'm going on this trip, like I'm going to see my buddy Severo in Vegas. And fuck, dude. So I can't drink. Hell yeah. So I promised I'd do this at least 15 minutes, but we'll just finish this story. But so I'm gonna go see Severo in Vegas for a couple days. So I'm not gonna drink. Still gonna diet. Still gotta do my workouts. So I'll figure out just ways to do hikes or something. And then I also gotta go down for this charity event that my sister's throwing in Scottsdale. And so I got to figure that out as well. Got to drink my water. Got to read the book. Got to do this. So this will be a tricky one. I think I'll probably just run YouTube live from my phone instead of the camera situation, which may be easier. But like I'm fucking committed to doing it. And so I guess like when you make a commitment, as long as you have the time, which I think I do, it's just a matter of making things happen and like making it a priority and like nothing else. You don't do anything else till you get these things done. And I probably have it easier than most. I mean, I don't have kids. So I don't have to worry about, time constraints with them. I don't work a ton at the bar. I work 3 shifts a week, so I can really work my way around that. I do photo shoots and edits and stuff, but normally that's not all day. And so if I get a big video project, I'm just going to have to make sure that I'm not overextending myself on each day and, maybe being at a video shoot 8 hours or 10 at the most. So then I still have time to do my things in the morning. Yeah, I don't know, man. If you see this video and if you have any questions, just shoot a comment. I'm going to keep practicing doing this. I think it'll just help me get better at talking and communicating, expressing myself, and hopefully I'll just continue to build this channel. I've never really done it before. I've been posting the podcast on YouTube, but other than that, I haven't really been doing a lot. But yeah, man, if you want to get to know anything about me, just ask. And guess I'm going to sign off for today, and I'll check back in tomorrow. Peace.